Hi, it's Linda from Homeschooling6.com, and today I wanted to share with you and kind of go over how to use the Thinking Tree journals. I get a lot of questions with moms asking, where do I start? How do I use them? So I kind of just wanted to go over how to use them. So basically you can use the Thinking Tree journals as a supplement to what you're using already. Let's say you want to have like a fun Friday, you can use the Thinking Tree to do school on Friday instead of your regular curriculum program. Or it's a rainy day, so you want to put aside what you normally do and do a little fun schooling with your Thinking Tree journals. You can also use it as your main journal, curriculum, and kind of work around it. So either way, you know, you'll have lots of fun using these. So to use it as your main curriculum, depending on the age, you can get one that's 10 pages a day, or this is the 6 week, or the 4 to 6 pages a day, and this is about 2 hours of fun learning, and the 10-page ones would be more like 4 hours. But remember, you can always do as little or as much as you want. 1 page a day, 2 pages. So basically what you do is there's a page in here, and this is a really neat page that I like sitting down with my boys, and it has instructions: list or draw 9 things that you want to learn about. And so you would sit with your child and go ahead and list things and ask them questions. What are they interested in? What do they want to learn? And then it has action steps. So that's when you go to the library, use your home library if you need to, online, and so forth. So you're going to go and check out books that pertain to what they are interested in. Bring home a stack of at least 9 interesting books about these topics. Choose some that have diagrams, instructions, and illustrations. Kids, even adults, learn with books that have illustrations and pictures. So get a combination. And if you're using this as your main curriculum, you're kind of working your way around it, feel free to choose some of the books as well. Like if you want your child to focus on American history, then you could pick some out and then have your child pick some out. So sorry about all the noise, the neighbors having their lawn done. Okay, so once you do that, supplies needed, you just need your gel pens, color pencils, markers, all that fun stuff. And then your child is going to illustrate the 9 books that they chose, or if you help them choose from the library. And then not all of them have the circle today's date page, but some do. And then your child will pick up their books, their stack of books, and go through the pages. This one here is one of my favorites. This is the Christian Family Homeschooling Curriculum Delight Directed Learning Guide. I've actually had 2 of my boys go through this one. The cover changed. It was a little bit different before. So if they're going to use this one, they're going to write an inspirational verse or quote, their prayers, and to-do list. They'll read from the Bible, their daily reading right here, do a little art and logic, and then they go outside to do some nature study. And if make this your own. If you're not going to go outside to do a nature study, have them do their science on this page. That's what I do. I have them do more of the sciencey stuff on this page. So, it's really flexible. Read a few pages from 4 books in your stack. Copy something from each book. A lot of them say to spend 15 minutes on your book the child's reading, and then illustrate or draw. If you have an older child, I would expect more from them. Have them write something maybe about the main character, or just the main idea. Sometimes they could do bullet points. A younger child, of course, you'd want them to illustrate, what they read. So, and this doesn't have to be in one sitting. 1 hour for some kids is a long time. So I would have them read for 15 minutes, fill one out, and then maybe they want to go outside and do their nature study. And then here's a nice coloring page. My boys weren't too much into coloring, but I think it's great I did encourage them because I think it's great for their mind to just kind of relax. And Sarah has mentioned how things sink in when you're doing something that's not so stressful. And if they were learning, let's say they're reading their history book and then they have some downtime, it's more likely to be remembered. And I love this one because it has spelling time. Find 20 words with 4 letters each and write the words. So they could use their books. They could go around the house. If they need to get up, they could do both. Use their books and go around the house. And this one has screen time. So they could watch something and write about it. World News Today. They can, if you get the paper or if you do that online. Or what I have done too is I've had my boys write World News Today, but what they're reading. So if they're reading a book on Abraham Lincoln, they could write the world news that was happening in that day. Writing time, stories, poems, list, and more. That's what this page is waiting for. You can also have them do copy work on there. Write a creative story, or even if it's something in your program, a writing program or your other curriculum, and they could write it here. And there's a page to color. And sometimes I encourage my boys to maybe write more about the squirrel, for instance. One would be the squirrel, to write more about it. And I got the idea from some of Sarah's other books to, draw the habitat around it or what they'll eat. So you can do that here, or just color it. And that would be a day in this book. If you were using one of the 60-day journals, like this one, this is my favorite. And this one was my favorite of the 10-day pages, and this is one of my favorites with the 5 to 6 pages a day. So with this one, again, you would do the same thing. You would have your child go to the library, sit down and see what they're interested in. This one doesn't have the date-to-date pages, so you would, but this one does have your child write an inspirational quote and a to-do list, a nature study page. This is the reading time for 1 hour, copy work, and that's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages. They could draw anything, or again, if you want to use it as a science page, or, but you're encouraged to have them be creative. And then the emotion and mood. So that would be about 1 day. And then the next day, they can do some listening time, listen to classical music or an audiobook and just be creative and draw on this side or color. And here you would draw a meal plan. And sometimes what I do is I have them draw their favorite meal, and then that's great because then I know what they like. Or you can also use it for your history. Have them, whatever they're reading, have them draw the meal that would be in that era. And recipe, that's great for more copy work. And again, they could copy a recipe with what they're reading, the era that y'all are in for history, or do it that way. Reading time and copy work, and I lost track, but let's say that's another day. And let's say Wednesday, they get to color. I love that. Isn't that just gorgeous? Just neat. I like those little underground fantasy little worlds. I've actually colored that one a few times. Okay, and then film study on this page, and over here they get some spelling time. This one doesn't have spelling time every day, so if you want that, I didn't have it. Let me get this. You can have them use something like this, and this is a spelling journal, and they would search the house for a certain amount of words and such. I have a video that actually goes through this in more detail. But I would have them use one of the spelling journals. This is just one of many. I didn't get them out. Sorry about that. So that's how you use these. You use these with library books, books around your house, and so forth. She also has some of these fun schooling, like this one. Oh, this one's a devotional. This one's a little bit different. Of course, you used your library books, but there's also Bible reading time. It's a little bit different. This one's the one for girls. And finding the words, color the picture, it lists 6 adjectives, so that's neat right there. They could use their books for that. And book of the day, choose a book from your stacks that you want to focus on today. They could write and draw, do some copy work there. But this one is neat. It has the spelling time pages in here. A day in my life, kind of like a little journal page. And this one's neat because it has travel dreams, geography page. It's right here. And it has your child, where would you like to go, how far would you travel, what would you pack, and so forth. And that's pretty neat. So those are just different journals that you can use for your Thinking Tree Fun Schooling days. So I hope that's helpful to give you an idea of how to use the Thinking Tree journals in your everyday school. And, you know, you could use them part-time or as a supplement, or full-time, just work away around it. And if you, you would need to add a math program. I should have probably mentioned that in the beginning. But yes, the only thing you would really need to add is math. And then as some of the older kids, you probably want to start doing a little bit more formal grammar and so forth. But that's for another video. Thank you for watching and have a great day.